Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Welcome everybody. Today guys again we'll take a look on the euro currency, but in the beginning of our research I just would like to remind you our talks on the conversation on the commodity currencies in New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar. And if you remember, approximately 3 weeks ago we said that market has hit these commodity currencies, including the Canadian by the way, has hit very significant monthly support area. And we said that this probably, at that moment when we have discussed this, we didn't know the reasons why this should happen and how it will happen. But from the technical point of view, these resistances or supports, the Canadian dollar there were resistance and the others was support, was really significant. And we said that probably market should show very significant bounce there. And right now, if you will take a look at the New Zealand dollar, for example, you will see, and in Australian as well, you will see that market is really bouncing and very strongly and very actively. And probably we should get some reversal patterns on the daily chart in the nearest future. As soon as we will get it, we could try to trade these setups, and probably this will become a very important part of our trading, of our analysis in the coming weeks. And maybe our attention will shift to these currencies because they are forming really bright setups, as it was in Canadian. Recall how we trade the Canadian to the upside when the market is coming to our major targets around 134 area, and that has been hit finally. Now it's turned to its turn is coming from the New Zealand dollar, for example, maybe other currencies. That's why I keep an eye on them. It's very interesting. Also, guys, I just would like to warn you about the situation on the euro currency, because as you can see, the situation across the board, not only in the forex market but also on the commodities, are not really bearish. So markets starting to show the action against the United States dollar. And on the euro currency, this action looks relatively conservative, mild, compared to other assets. For example, I just would like to show you something. You probably know about the gold market because we have taken a look at it every time. For example, take a look at Russian ruble. I will show you Russian ruble appreciation against the United States dollar just for your recent sessions. Now about the Brent crude oil, as you can see, acceleration fast. This of course stands in relation to the Middle East operation, but anyway, as you can see, fast appreciation of the crude oil prices. What else could I show you? United States dollar index, it's not really big difference yet. On the gold itself, you probably also see this upward action here. We will take a look at it a bit later, but anyway, you will see that across the board many currencies, Canadian dollar, as you see, New Zealand dollar to the upside action. As you can see, very impressive action. That's by the way the scenario that we have discussed. So many markets across the board shows right now action against the United States dollar, but and the euro currency right now looks a bit conservative, a bit shy action compared to other currencies. That's why we should be very careful, because sooner or later this could come to an end, this standing flat, and the market really could show some action. That's why we should be extra careful and look suspicious on the patterns that has been formed here, these bearish patterns that we have discussed, in the light of this action on other currencies. So what we have in euro currency and recent trading. So as you can see, market has shown some kind of the bullish reversal, but it hasn't accomplished all our conditions that we have specified yesterday. Yes, the trend has shifted bullish, but market hasn't erased these grabbers, and market hasn't shown the breakout to the upside of this flag. So this could call this some sort of the bullish action, but it's not sufficient for let us to trade on the long side of the market. We need some more action, we need more confirmation, we need thrusting action here, some kind of thrust, to be absolutely sure that we could take the long position. Maybe we will see it a bit later, maybe not. But right now I think that it's not the time yet to take in the long position. We need a bit more confidence with this action. If this really will happen, as we said, recall what we have discussed, we could get this big butterfly pattern to the upside, it's approximately 118 target, or even maybe higher. We will see. But for that perspective, we need to see the real upward action here before taking long position. Speaking on the short positions, guys, on the 4-hour time frame chart, we would not see really significant action. In fact, market holds all following action up to the Friday's rally, inside of the range of the Friday's rally. That's very often happens when the market shows very significant candles, or up or down. It usually keeps the following action for some time. So investors need time to accommodate new conditions, to understand what really will happen, and to take the next steps in the market. That's why the breakout of this top, of this bottom, will be very significant for the further perspective. If market will break it to the upside, it's a really big chance that upward action will continue. If market will break it down, so correspondingly we could expect further downward action. Meantime, yesterday we also discussed for the intraday traders the possibility of the trading grabbers, daily grabbers per se, by itself, without taking their in relation to the overall analysis on the EUR currency. We have called for waiting on the EUR currency. So as a conservative trader, we recommend and have recommended yesterday to wait on the breakout of the 1080 lows before thinking about the taking the short position. But another setup stands in relation to the grabbers that we have on the daily chart by itself. And we said that the probable area where you could try to take the short position stands approximately around 1260. So take a look on the hourly chart. That was 12.6. We said market could show the deep retracement because it could accomplish this ABCD patterns minor target to the upside. That was our discussion yesterday. So if you have taken the short position here over the stops above this top, be careful. So market has dropped lower, you could move your stop to the break even, because you can see that action across the board is not really bearish, and that's why it is put under additional risk your possible short positions. And this increased chances that grabbers really could fail on the daily chart. That's why if you have taken shorts yesterday here, move your stop to the break even and wait what will happen. If market will break the weekly and pivots, weekly and monthly pivots to the downside, and will take it out of these lows, that will be much better. That in this case you could be relatively calm and quiet for your position. So it's because market really could continue to move lower. But if market will stuck here and start move to the upside, the chance that market will return right back up is really will increase. That's why it's better to protect your position with the break-even stops, if you of course have taken any of them. So that's in fact all that we could say on the euro currency right now. I think that we will get clarity on the current week maybe in the beginning of the next week, compares what we concerning what we could get on the euro currency in the nearest future, because it seems that the riddle with the standing in this consolidation come into its logical solution, and probably we should get the answer on the current week or in the beginning of the next week. Probably we will get some breakout, and it seems based on the action that we see on the other markets, it seems that the chances that we will get the still upward breakout is not really small. But our task here is to stand with the chill head and do not hurry and do not try to anticipate these events, because breakout will be important, and action after the breakout probably will be significant. That's why we just need to show our patience and wait when the breakout when we will get it. That will be just safer for taking the position after that. So that's our current view in the EUR currency.